It's time for a model review. I just got this wonderful box from Texan Airplane Shop, and it's a big haul starting from the Boeing 747-8 all the way up to the Alaska 737. So let's get into it. Starting off with the smallest aircraft of the set is this Alaska Airlines 737-900ER in the More to Love scheme. So this came through the NG models CRP rewards, and it's just now getting to me, so let's go ahead and open it up. Beautiful box color, and it gets the exclusive tag. And from what I've heard, some people have gotten cards for the CRP rewards, but since it's an exclusive for NG Models members, it'll just be like this. And yeah, it looks very nice so far, no issues or anything. The NG 737 mold is very highly regarded, so I don't see any issues with the mold so far. So here it is. And let me get the A321 as an example. Right off the bat, there's no color issues or anything with the 737 compared to the A321. What I do notice is along this transition area, there's a little bit more purple. Maybe it's because of the angle, but the transition area of the purple is a little slightly more different, as you can see from the transition to the A321 than the 737. As you can see, it goes almost all the way towards the Wi-Fi box right here, way past this wing. And on the 737, you can see it only goes to about the middle section of the aircraft. But all in all, the colors are quite the same. The only big issue, I wouldn't say issue, but the difference between the two is the color, the middle color in the transition areas, as you also can see on the more reddish areas in the livery. Looking more individually into the plane, it still is a great high quality mold for a bit of an aged release. This is from, I believe, a few years back for the exclusives. Plane looks amazing. The printing looks fine. Wheels on this forward section looks fine. The way they did the engines and towards the end, the exhaust area looks very nice. One thing about this, it does not come with a Wi-Fi box. I believe that is by design for Alaska Airlines, so unfortunately no Wi-Fi box, but even all the antennas are white, just like it was, and the colors look amazing. So a good release, and I was able to get it by getting other NG models for the CRP program. Next up here is the only Gemini model that I have, and it is the A330neo, one of 4 in this lot of aircraft, and it has the usual Gemini information. I believe this is November 7407 Delta X-ray, yep. And I believe this is a, what year is this, 2022 release? No, it's a 2023 release. But I am happy to get it in my collection for the long-haul Seattle routes for the airport. So usual Gemini wide-body box. I believe this is my first A330neo of the collection. Or I guess these 4 are the first. They all came on the same day, but the Gemini one was opened first. Looking really nice as the film sticks to it. So right off the bat, I have no major complaints. It all looks good from a quick look perspective. No patented Gemini QC. The gear does roll, and it doesn't tilt backwards as much as I would hope for A380. This side does, the other side does not, unfortunately. But all in all, great looking plane. Not too much to say It looks like this left engine here looks a bit facing upwards compared to the other engine, which looks about the same, so no major problem. Maybe it's because the gear looks a little bit weird. Let me set those on the ground. Nope, it looks fine. The engine area looks fine. That Delta color looks very good. The whatever you want to call these raked wingtips here, if my phone would get it to focus, they look quite nice. And then the cockpit area looks very well as well. I'm very happy with the Gemini JC mold, and I would like to get some of the Condor A330neos as well. And so this is a great start to my A330 collection. So here we go for the NG A330neo. So I bought all the new aircraft for the new mold, which was these two. I believe it was 411 Delta X-Ray, which is Team USA in a second, 412 Delta X-Ray, and 05 Delta X-Ray. And then here is the art. It's pretty much similar on the other one, except in a different way. And I believe the color is a bit darker, if you can tell. It's hard to tell. And then for the Team USA, here in a second after these two, this is what it looks like. Looks very nice. Here's the back, about similar. And you have pretty much the same as the other two, just backwards on the back. So I'll be opening these at the same time because they're pretty much the same thing, just different registrations. And it's good for my Delta fleet building. And here's the card. For this one's 05 Delta X-Ray. No issues or anything so far, and it's looking good. I have a lot of cards I need to scratch off for today. And this one looks as good as well, no issues. And I'll take a quick detailed look here in a second. So here we go. The NG Models A330neo mold was announced last month. And I believe, was it four A330s were announced. I believe some were released in the Ultimate Collection, but the big ones that came out were 411 Delta X-Ray Team USA and these two normal liveries. So this looks really nice, and I do have the other Gemini A330 for comparison here. Let's see the gear tilt. No gear tilt, but the wheels do roll. The engines look very, very nice. I'm very happy about these. The wings look very well. There's not any wing flex or anything. You have the raccoon mask, the Delta titles. The window line looks a bit high for me, but it's nothing major. You got the Wi-Fi dome on top, and you can see that glass here. And the tail cone connection, these do not have any paint on them, so they got this accurately modeled and then mirrored on the same side, except for the cargo doors, as you can see. As for 5 Delta X-Ray, no major difference here. And I believe the window line is a bit changed on this one. Nope, never mind. As you can see here, the exact same, different tail number, still looks as good. And then compared to the Gemini, you can see The wings have a little bit more flex here. You can see as these rake upwards. Still very similar. The engines are a bit different, but essentially the same and good for fleet building. And then one more look at the NG side shot compared to the A380. You see it's a bit more flat here. And then this one is a bit more raked upwards, as you can see. And the final A330neo for this set is the Team USA colors. So this was made for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, which took place in Japan. So it'll be pretty much the same as the other Delta A330neos from the NG series, except for the fact that it's got a special livery on it. When they announced the A330 mold, there was no way they were not going to make this, and look at her. Again, very similar in construction to all the other ones. Like I said, it's Delta, got the raccoon mask and everything. But the big difference here is the Team USA colors that are looking very, very nice. So I'm surprised they haven't announced the Delta Team USA for the A350 yet. Gemini has made it, they haven't announced it, and it's on Delta's website as of right now. I do have that one, but let's take a look. It's got the official airline of the United States and the Paralympic teams, standard Delta titles, and then we have this giant sweeping blue, which gets lighter as you move from right to left, or left to right, depending on which side of the aircraft you're looking at. The engines, landing gear, all that looks good. I believe all the antenna and stuff is the same. You got this nice red color towards the back for the red, white, and blue. And you got these two notable check marks and stars, which I have no idea what that's for. Someone in the comments, please tell me. And we have 411 Delta X-ray. And as if you can see, the cargo cutouts on here, it's getting hard for my phone to focus, but it's pretty hard to see because of the red stripe here about towards the front is the same. So yeah, good looks for Delta and NG, and this new mold looks very, very nice. But I believe personally it is better than the Gemini. As you can see, less wing flex as you saw from earlier, and I believe the engines are much better, the gear looks much better, and it's just my opinion, so state those in the comments. Gemini or NG A330neo? I go with NG. And last but not least is the big Lufthansa 747-8 lowercase I and the 5-star Hansa livery. So I believe this scheme came out a bit of whiles back, and I believe that the aircraft now is repainted. However, with the new Gemini NG, 747-8 mold, a lot more of these will be produced. I already have the retro Yankee Tango, and now I have the Yankee Mike, which is 5-star Hansa. So this is standard Lufthansa colors, except for the obvious gold 5 stars and the 5-star Hansa instead of Lufthansa. It is the old livery, so you have the, I believe this is some German bird. I don't know what it is, but the dark navy tail plus the blue bird. Then you have DAB Yankee Mike, beautiful grayish colors, and mostly white aircraft. Then you have the gray bottom. So the standard liveries for Lufthansa are not too impressive, but 5-star Hansa, you can see this beautiful gold color. So let's take a closer look at the 5-star Hansa. So you have 5 stars. I believe this is for their rating of 5 stars back when this was made. It says, yep, Skytrax. If you can see, Skytrax 5-star airline, and instead of the blue Lufthansa, it says 5-star Hansa. You got the normal Star Alliance logo. You got the normal logo again for Lufthansa. The gear and everything looks pretty good. I don't believe it tilts, nope, but it rolls. And let's take a look at the other side. Top-down view looks very good. You got the antennas here, Wi-Fi box, and then another antenna on the front side. And on this side, it's the same except for you have your cargo doors here. And yeah, very good release from NG again. So I'm very happy with this haul of aircraft I need for the airport. Very satisfied with the NG A330, the new NG A330 Neo mold. The Gemini mold, still, I'm very appreciative of it, but NG has the slight edge in that category. It was a very NG dominated haul. Everything minus that one Gemini A330 Neo was NG, so I'll gladly take my CRP reward card points, and these will be featured in airport updates to come, as the Delta A330 Neos are very prosperous out in the Pacific Northwest. So thank you for watching.